there everyone, Aaron here. Welcome to another episode of Gideon's Tactical. Today we're going to be doing an overview and field test of the Schrade SCHF16. We'll just refer to it as the F16 for the rest of this video. We're going to get out there and just kind of give you the basic specs and then kind of show you it in some tasks and see if this $20 little fixed blade is worth a purchase for you. So let's get out there and begin to use the Schrade F16. Alright, let's talk about the blade on the Schrade F16. What you're getting is a full Tang construction knife. You can see there, real nice, with a 3-inch from the handle scale to the tip blade, and the actual cutting edge is 2 7/8 actual cutting edge. Hollow ground. It is 5 to 30 seconds thick, so just over 1/8 of an inch thick, which is real nice. Good reverse Tanto design tip there, good amount of belly, real nice. And the steel is 9CR18 MOV, so a little bit higher quality than 8CR13 MOV. It's going to have a little bit higher Rockwell hardness, so it's going to hold its edge just a little bit longer, but it's slightly more brittle than your 8CR13 MOV. So they're trying to give you a little bit better edge retention, but still at a great price. And I've already done a lot of cardboard cutting, and this is a great little EDC cardboard cutter. Just kind of show you right here as we go through. Very easy to do, and to cut through your lines of cardboard with that hollow ground. It's a little bit easier than some of the other, mini survival knives or fixed blades that we've tested, like the Azula 2 and the Tops MSK. It's gonna cut through it just a little bit better because of the hollow ground. That's really why it's able to cut a little bit better, and it is razor sharp, guys. When it comes out of the box, you got a razor sharp edge. I've cut a bunch of cardboard, still holding a really good edge. So for EDC stuff, I would say that definitely the Schrade F16 is definitely a little bit better at your cardboard cutting than some of those other ones like the Azula 2 and the Tops MSK. So great little cardboard slicer. Let's get out there and do some other stuff with this little fixed blade. Okay, let's take a look at the rope cutting here with the F16. Got some heavy duty nylon rope. Boom, slides right through that heavy duty nylon rope. That's real nice. No serration model right now. Maybe they'll offer that in the future, but that's great. That cuts just as easily as an Azula or those MSK models that we had with that hollow grind. Very, very nice, smooth slicings because of that nice amount of belly. That's real nice. So this is going to definitely be able to do your EDC rope cutting tasks, as well as a lot of other, there we go, missed that one a little bit, as well as other, cutting tasks you might need. This might be a great little, car knife to have, because you got this, non-lethal pommel back here that is clear of your hand. You could totally, pound in, let's say, a window, just a normal car window, break that open, and then you could cut open your seat belt, and you could just, hang this around your gear shifter or something like that. So this would definitely do EDC rope cutting, and with not too much difficulty, I'm sure do some seat belt cutting, and even possibly use that non-lethal to break open a window or something. So great little rope slicer, the F16. Whew. Real nice and thin. Awesome. So this F16 definitely slices really well with its hollow grind. We've done a lot of the other cutting tasks already. It's holding its edge really well and very ergonomic in my hand for this type of wood processing. Get through that knot there. There we go. Nice. Very ergonomic. So this is going to be a great knife to either just take on a light hiking trip, as a backup, or, you just want to do a little carving and whittling, or to pair with, say, a bigger Schrade, like the Schrade Extreme Survival Knife. I believe it's the Schrade F9, or maybe, an SP51, SE, Hungalis. I mean, you name it, it's going to be a great little knife to pair with those bigger blades, BK9, and maybe you don't want to drop the 50, 60 bucks on an Azula or MSK, but you still want a little fixed blade like this. Psh, no brainer. This is going to be an awesome little blade to do your whittling and carving and just sit around a campsite and do this type of stuff. And for 20 bucks, it's cheaper than most pocket knives, but obviously going to be way more durable and reliable than a pocket knife in this type of, carving, whittling situation. All right, let's take a look at the handle and the traction here on the Schrade F16. You got G10 bolted on handle scales, so that's awesome. Full tank construction, like we already said. Real good traction there on the sides with some notching in, so you can really get a good grip on it. And then you got Schrade on one side and then just the lines on the other. Real good, not too thick, not too thin. Fills out my large size hands really well. You can see I got gloves on, and I still got some room to spare back here near my pinky, so I'm totally locked in. Fills out my hand really well. Then you got some really nice large jimping along the top spine here to give you some good traction if you're doing that stabbing, or you're just doing your hard cutting tasks. Real good. And then this awesome super deep finger guard right here, so regardless if you're stabbing in just a normal way like this, or you are doing it in a reverse fighting style type of stab, you are extremely locked in. You're not going to accidentally go, lose your tractions, hurt yourself. So just a great overall ergonomic design, extremely ergonomic in your hand. I just love how it feels for such a small little knife. A lot of times, your pinky's not even on them like the MSK or whatever, but this is just totally filling out my large size hands and just feels amazing with those G10 handle scales. Schrade did a great job with the ergonomics on the F16. Awesome lock up there with that nice finger groove down here. I mean, you can totally do that reverse stab real nice and easily. All right, let's take a look at the sheath here on the F16. This is Kydex, which is awesome. It's not some weird polymer plastic or something like that. So this is Kydex. Got some nice lashing points. They give you about 3 feet of paracord, not shoelace, so that's a plus as well. 0 rattle. See there, nothing. Not going to come out. Nice and snug and secure in there. The problem is they don't really give you a nice thumb ramp. It would have been nice to have a little bit bigger thumb ramp there. But if you just give your finger right there and you give it a good tug, boom, comes right out, and it's ready to go again for that self-defense. You're locked in. You don't have to do any sort of walk up. They really well designed that part of it. So you just have to do a little bit of a tug and then it snaps back into place. And again, no rattle. I've heard some people complaining either that it's too loose depending on their model or too tight and they really have to tug. Kydex is great because it's really easy to work with. You can just heat up this little area right here because that's where the retention point is. It's just holding on to that little kind of end of the finger guard right there and locked into place right in there in the Kydex. So you could either heat that Kydex up and loosen it if you need to, or heat it up and tighten it if your sheath is too tight or too loose. But again, for $20, you're getting a Kydex sheath that holds your knife into place without a rattle and paracord. For again, the price point, mind-blowing. Great job by Schrade giving us a really good Kydex sheath on the F16. All right, everybody, so you've seen the Schrade F16 in action, and again, I've just said it throughout the video, $20 is awesome. Schrade is really producing some great overseas knives at just an amazing price that are worth a purchase. Sometimes there'll be companies that make these overseas knives and you're kind of like, yeah, it's all right, but it just doesn't really do it for me, or that price point's really close to a US made one, it's only like $10 cheaper. I mean, you cannot find anything even close on the market to what this offers you with the Kydex sheath, G10 handles, and then a stainless steel that's going to hold a pretty good edge, at least as good as SOG's OS 8, if not even a little bit better, is what I've seen with all of the use from this Schrade F16 and its 9CR18 MOV steel. So again, guys, $20, you got to pick one of these Schrade F16s up. It's going to be home run regardless if you're just looking for a little EDC blade for around town, you want to wear it as a neck knife and pair it with a larger fixed blade, or you're looking for a small self-defense knife. Any way you slice it, this Schrade is awesome, totally worth a purchase, 10 out of 10. Just a home run. So pick one of these suckers up. You won't regret it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay equipped, stay prepared, and we'll see you out there.